Hey, today is day 4 and it's quite a hard one to teach. We're going to talk about is how do we monetize our conversations? How do we take our conversations and turn them into clients? And the reason it's hard to teach is that when we just start conversations and become friendly, talkative, helpful, opportunities are unpredictable. We've just seen this in the group with TJ getting this amazing relationship that could lead to loads and loads, will lead to loads and loads of business. And Tanya is getting all this amazing stuff with reconnecting and having conversations around parents of other children. And Shelley's getting to take over a Facebook group with 3,000 plus people. It's hyperlocal, so good. And all of this is unplanned because all we've done is we've said, let's just talk to people more. And so as we jump in, today I want to talk about how conversations can lead to clients, they can lead to collaborators, they give you momentum. And we've started Sparks this week, we've started conversations, and now we want to think about how can we develop the conversations that we've started. And most of this will happen in Messenger. And the majority of it you will lead, like you'll be the proactive one. But every now and then, someone else will lead, and that's even better. Social is a primer for conversations. Conversations create relational equity and whole life equity. Whole life equity means that when I talk to the right people, I get blessed, and I'm blessed in so many ways. Tomorrow, we'll be doing more of this live in our workshop, and you're invited as a guest. TJ, Shelley, and a couple of others have already joined as paid members. If you want to join, let me know. We'd love to have you join. So let's talk about the model of how this works. What happens if you start 100 messenger conversations? Chris in our training is doing this in real life. If he starts 100 conversations, what happens? What are the odds? 100 people in your demographic who live in your area. What we know is if you start 100 conversations, 50 of them going to be no's, people ultra suspicious, too busy, not on the channel, not answering you. So really expect a good deal of people to be not your type, and that's fine. It's good to know. That means when that happens, you focus on the other 50. If you're thinking about real estate, it can be for any product. You should know that about 42 of them, absolutely, they're going to be friendly, but they don't need your services for the next 3 or 4 years. So what do you do with those friendly people? In 3 or 4 years, they're great. Be super friendly, build a relationship, and figure out if you can help them in other ways. Connect them to a contractor, whatever they need. There's so many different ways. I can't give you a script for it because we don't know what they'll need, but I know that I can help you be helpful. You can also offer to help their friends. And we've got a script for that we teach within the Sphere Builder Academy. And then of those other remaining 7 or 8 people out of your 100 chats, they're the ones who are going to maybe look to buy or sell a property, buy insurance, or hire a coach. They're the ones that are going to do that in the next 6 months. And those are the people who are going to signal to you, if you do this right, that they have a need for what you do. And that's when you can go into a more productive, proactive, hey, do you want to sit down? Let's look at your options. Type chat. Let's get the relationship offline. Let's jump on the phone. Let's meet up for coffee. Let's talk. So expect most people you talk to not to be now clients. And if you treat the whole 100 like they could be your now client, then what's going to happen is you're going to really annoy 42 out of 100 people who would be your client in 3 or 4 years and could refer you now. So let's just treat everybody like they're a human being who has needs and dreams and goals, and let's just form relationships and have conversations with open hands. Does that make sense? We're looking for signals, and we're also, and you'll see it in the worksheet below, this a loose idea and framework, but really what we're looking for is there a problem? Is there a challenge? Is there an obstacle? Is there something they need right now that you can give them? It could be encouragement. It could be a resource of things to do. It could be a connection with somebody else, right? With some of the people, you're looking for negatives, problems, challenges, things they need. But with some people, things are going great. If that's the case, we're talking about dreams, aspirations, and wants. Celebrate with them, cheer them on, help them more, right? And so as we talk with people, that's the goal. In every conversation you have on Messenger, try and learn one thing new about them and share one thing new. What I'm wanting you to do today is look at the Messenger conversations you've started. If you haven't started any, start a few more. Figure out what the person needs and share what you need. Share some life, play and explore. This is how we get better. It's easy when you don't want anything. It's hard when you want something. Just be human and open. On our call tomorrow, which you're all invited to, we'll start looking at chats and working through them and answering your questions. How do I work this conversation? What's possible here? Because this is where the skill is developed. When you can social sell in a messenger or on text or on chat, you suddenly start to have a lot of power and you have a lot of ability to scale your business. If this makes sense, type "makes sense" underneath this video. I'm excited. See you tomorrow.